The beat. The beat is the beat is beat.
Thank you. Listen, when you paint next to Morphine Love Dion every day for a month, you learn some things.
You were a star this past season. I mean, if Broadway does not call, and maybe they're calling and we don't know, and you got some things in the works,
Unlike the calls coming from inside the blouse, honestly.
how did it feel watching that season back and just watching the slayage?
I mean, I felt like a pawn in Safira Cristal's game, honestly. I just, to be in the room with so many visionaries, so many leaders, so many people on the cusp of greatness was truly the most inspiring thing in the world. And I'm also not naturally a very competitive person. And so every time I could celebrate one of my new friends was a victory for me. And then when I won my first challenge on the show, it felt like a victory for the group because we were just talking about In Untucked. Like people that I had just barely met were like, no matter who wins, that was plasmas to take. And it just felt like we all understand the importance of celebrating each other and lifting each other up, which is also why I'm grateful to be here tonight because that's the whole point of tonight. But to be a part of that show, which has meant so much for uplifting queer voices, and to be a part of that group of girls, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't even change going home in 8th place. I'm serious. It was fabulous.
Well, we're going to definitely see you on an All-Star season. I have no doubt. But I love the idea of sisterhood, and I love what this show has done for so many people. You don't have to want to be a drag queen to see yourself represented. The stories that you all tell backstage mean so much. What did it feel like for you walking into the workroom knowing that, wow, I watched this show and it may have inspired you?
Well, the first thing I thought when I walked in the workroom was, wow, that's a lot of chicken wire up there. I thought there'd be a ceiling. Because, sound stages in California. Anyway, when it really hit me, I thought a lot about the friends in my hometown in Northeast Texas that held my hand and lifted me up and made sure I felt comfortable and safe as a queer person. And bringing my best to the competition for them and for other people in communities where there are pinpricks of light in a sea of darkness, like in Northeast Texas, like in other Bible Belt states, like in rural communities across the country, rural conservative communities. And I don't know, I still don't think I've realized the impact of the show. I mean, I get stopped on the street in New York, I get stopped at the airport, I get stopped on the train, but it's places like this and it's events like this and talking with people from Glaad and from other organizations that are doing the work on the ground floor in the scary areas where I feel like if my voice is valid in these circles, in these communities, then I must be doing something right and I must have an incredible opportunity to use my superpowers for good, as it were.